Welcome back to Turnbuckle Time Machine. I'm Don. Hey, Rick.
I'm Rick.
Rick, how's it going?
It goes, man. It goes. It
All
goes.
right.
Just enjoying a Sunday afternoon.
We got some good stuff here.
Oh, yeah.
Today, we're going to be talking about one of the biggest betrayals in WWE history. We're talking Triple H. We're talking pink slips. We're talking the entire Wyatt Six faction gone. Selena Vega, Aleister Black, Kairi Sane, and so many others. 23 gone in total. And the fans are furious.
Yeah.
So if you stick around, we're gonna hit this topic hard, and we're gonna do it right after this.
Turnbuckle Time Machine. Every clip's a backroom dream. From the past to the live stream glow, we rewind and we steal the show. Turnbuckle Time Machine. Every pop, every chant, every scream. Hit subscribe, let it run, let it roll. Where the legends never get old.
All right, young Richard.
Yes.
I know you've heard about all this. Before we get into
and it's made me upset. It's made me upset.
Okay, well, before we get into the bones of this thing, I think what we should do is talk about just basically the main people. Some of the smaller ones. There's a bunch of no names that I don't even know who they are. So,
I was looking at the no names. I have no idea about the NXT releases. So, let's just concentrate on the important ones.
I find it interesting, though, that just last week we were talking about who are they going to get rid of to make space for Sol Ruca and for Blake Monroe. And we were talking about Zoe Stark, Alba Fire, BFAB. She should have been gone. Misha, she should have been gone. I don't know why those two were still there. But anyways, but we were only talking about the ladies because, well, we're not gay. So that was our focus on that topic. But
there's times I'm extremely happy. There's times I'm extremely happy. That's the closest I get. But move on.
Yeah, and that's good for you. Congratulations, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to hand it over to you, and we're going to start with. Let's say we start with Zoe Stark, Alba Fire, people like that.
Okay. Zoe Stark, I don't think that was really a bad one, simply because she's still off from a serious injury that she sustained in the ring. And there was questions whether she was going to come back at all, that it could have been a career-ending injury. It's a shame. She was a good wrestler. I don't think that's much of a loss. Alba Fire is a good wrestler. I followed her back, and I'm going to bring up a federation, probably, unless you're really watching wrestling on YouTube, you wouldn't know about Insane Wrestling from Scotland. That's where Drew McIntyre got his start. He was Drew Galloway, came over here as Drew McIntyre. A good wrestler. I can see her being picked up. I think she was being misused. I think Creative dropped the ball with her. I think they could have done a lot more with her if Creative had any brains, which we've all discussed. Both of us have discussed on many occasions that Creative is not very creative.
No.
So that's my opinion on those two. So give me yours. What are you thinking?
All right. Zoe Stark did not impress me that much anyway. Like I said, injuries. We knew she wasn't going to last long. Alba Fire, again, talent that just didn't do anything with. And yes, I think she will definitely be picked up. Other people like Santos Escobar, always hurt. They were going to dump him anyway.
I have to say something about Santos, but I'll let you continue. I have something to say about him.
Actually, he was actually dumped a few months ago, and then they kind of brought him back. And then he was having some type of surgery, and that surgery didn't work. So he's having it redone again now. And WWE is not going to wait.
Okay. Quickly about Santos Escobar. I wasn't aware about the surgery. I think AEW would be good to wait on him, see how his surgery goes, how it's going to affect his career, and if it doesn't, I would pick him up because right now the AEW men's tag team division is dire need of a shot. And I would say, why not bring him back? Team him up with Andrade as the Lucha tag team. All of a sudden, both good quality wrestlers. I like Santo. He had some good stuff. If he can come back healthy and stay healthy, I think him and Andre would be a great tag team, and would strengthen up that thing because right now all they have is FTR and the Hurt Syndicate. I'm not impressed by the latest version of Cope and Christian. Nothing against them, great wrestlers. I just think again, maybe they're creative. That's just they're not going to go anywhere. They're never going to win a title again. I think also too. I'm going to bring this up real quickly because this is something I want to say. I scoop up Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin right away and bring them over right away. Those two right alone strengthen up your men's tag team division right there. I have no idea why they let him go. They let them go, but they kept the two Spanish guys. That was with Santos Escobar there for a while. I can't remember their names, but they kept them.
And that's how important they were.
Yeah, exactly. Your views.
Okay.
I'm
mad. Santos Escobar, I don't really care about either way. I don't want to see him in WWE. They already have enough luchadors in AEW. I mean, they already have enough of those. Don't need any more. Besides that, you know what? Here's what you got to factor in. That AEW has got 2 hours twice a week of TV time.
Yep.
WWE's got 3 hours and 2.5 hours. That's an extra hour and a half. So, you can only add so many people. You can't be adding everyone. And I'm thinking, if you're adding anybody, bring in the Motor City Machine Guns. I'd like to see them against the Young Bucks. That would be crazy, right?
Exactly. I was actually thinking of that. Wouldn't that be a pay-per-view all-star match to see those two teams go at it? Because Shelley and Sabin still got it.
Yeah.
They are still, and they're older, and they still got it. And we all know we're both big fans of the Bucks. We know what they can do. That would probably be match of the whole card right there.
Well, it's interesting because you were talking about when you bring in Santos Escobar, it would jack up the tag team division eventually. Why don't you do it right away? Although you got to that they have their 90-day no compete clause, all that other horseshit. So you have to. Okay, so I think Kairi Sane is going to come back. Because
they're getting a lot of flack.
I think it's going to be just like R-Truth. Because the fans are losing their minds and they're flooding everywhere. We want Kairi, and why would they dump her in? They're in the middle of a story for her, where she's going to do a turn.
That too, but she's talented. She's really good, and they hold. I knew this topic was going to be one we wanted to talk about, and I really do. But it upsets me when I see how stupid. It just now Triple H says he's taking responsibility for the cuts, but I still have a feeling TKO got their faces in there. That Mark Shapiro guy and everything got their claws into this one too. I know Triple H is famous for making some stupid cuts in the past, more than just R-Truth, but I don't think it's all him. I don't think it's all him.
I'm going to disagree on that because I've seen a lot of clips and I've also read some articles today too. And okay, so Triple H is basically given a salary cap. He's got to fit everybody in this cap. So the only influence that TKO or Mark Shapiro has is you can only spend this much money. Okay? And you clear out who you have to. So it's his job. And if you've got a couple big names like Kairi Sane, the Machine Guns, Aleister Black, making good money, and you don't have any plans for them, then they're gone. The understanding I have, the decision of the people who were cut is 100% Triple H.
Okay, well, that was just a feeling I had. I mean, it makes sense, like I said, because
Well, I
Triple
got
H has made
facts, Jack.
some. Well, fine. I'm going to throw a fact at you right now, buddy, to get on even playing field,
Right.
buddy. I love you like a brother, but buddy, this is it. Aleister Black is not going to be picked up by AEW because AEW flat out said they don't want him. So that's going to fuck up Aleister Black's career. It's going to fuck up Selena because if Aleister Black ain't going, they're not going to bring Selena over. They could. I doubt they will. Not a big loss if they don't.
Okay, well,
So there.
that's no surprise
Oh,
to
you're
me.
going to come back now, are you? Okay, good.
That is no surprise to me because
No.
now I'm going to compare two, and it may sound hypocritical, but it's not really. Because I agree with them bringing back Andrade, even though he was in AEW twice. Well, Aleister Black was in twice, and he left. Now, the difference is once WWE fired Andrade, he thought that he could just go sign anywhere. So he signed with AEW. WWE put the kibosh on it. They went to court. They got it all straightened out. His contract was canceled. Then WWE offered him a shitload of money to come back. And he said, no, I'm going to AEW. Thank you very little. See you later. Bye. In the case of Aleister Black, the second time, and also with Andrade, why he was leaving is because he wasn't really being shown on TV a lot. So he wasn't progressing in his career. So I understand. You understand why he's not going to stay.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the case of Aleister Black, his second run especially, he was at the top of the hill. He was featured every bloody week or every second week. But apparently, there's more to it. Buddy.
Pal.
While he was there for his last run, he was being very difficult to work with. He was refusing to lose matches. He was trying to change the creative story to help his own agenda. So that wasn't very popular.
No, that'll kill you.
Even though Tony Khan was thinking about bringing him back, the locker room has said, no, we don't want this guy back.
He's a cancer for sure then.
So screw him. We don't need him. Too bad for Zelina, but they may end up in TNA. Well, actually, probably not TNA because that's also basically owned by WWE. I guess if he's going to be difficult, I guess he's going back to the independent circuit.
That's it.
Now, I'm going to pass it to you.
Okay. I think I see three wrestlers I think would be a great pickup for AEW. Would be Dexter Lumis, Joe Gacy, and Eric Rowan. Simply because Eric Rowan's another big guy. Eric Rowan and Brody King, great match that would be. Mike Davis and Eric Rowan, great. And you know what? Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy, number two, are great wrestlers. They had a good tag team going. I believe once again, you could bring them in as a tag team. They're rough, they're tough. And eventually they could go into singles. I saw Joe Gacy in NXT. The shtick that he had sucked, but when he wrestled, he was a really good wrestler. Right. I think that would be three good pickups for them.
Well,
just my opinion.
I don't understand this hard on you have for the tag team division, but
because it fucking sucks. You got FTR and the Hurt Syndicate.
Okay, but
but
if you bring in the Motor City Machine Gun, you've already stepped it up 3 levels.
I know, but
Rick, you need to understand. They can only take so many guys. They only have so much TV time. They don't do house shows. They got 4 fucking hours a week to get these people on TV. They can't bring in. They can't bring in.
They don't do it.
They can't bring in 10 people. They can bring in 2 or 3 if they want to treat them properly and give them TV time. We already discussed
get rid of some of these other. Well, yes, but get rid of some of these other tag teams that are shit. Get rid Joe Speedball and that aren't doing it anymore because the other guy is a champion now, TBS champ. Although that could change next week when he fights MJF. They could go back as a tag team. I'm not a big fan of Speedball, Mike Speedball or whatever his name is. I'm not a big fan of his. I like the black guy. I can't remember his name. But he's the TBS champion or TNT champion. I like him. He's a good wrestler.
Jet.
Okay, fine, Jet. Isn't that song by Paul McCartney? What's that song by Paul McCartney and Wings? Jet. Ooh.
And also by Elton John, Benny and the Jets. But
good song. I like that one better. Anyways, okay, that's just my opinion. This is what we're doing.
All right.
And fans out there, this is why we want you to comment. If you think I'm full of shit like Donnie does, tell me.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, you're full of shit. Because
okay, fine.
And this is why. Okay. The reason why we like AEW, one of the reasons why we like them better than WWE is because they don't treat their talents the same way WWE does. They tend to wait until a contract expires and don't re-sign them. They don't just cut people to bring someone else in. And that's one of the big problems WWE has, is that they'll bring in these people to make sure AEW doesn't have them, screw them over, have them hang around until they get older, waste part of their career, and then fire them before their contract's up. And then on top of that, say, by the way, you can't go anywhere else for 90 days. Okay?
Get rid of Edge and Christian then.
What?
They're done. Get rid of Edge and Christian. They're done. I don't enjoy watching them.
What did you just not hear about me saying they don't get rid of people? They wait till their contracts expire.
Oh no, that's how they treated Rusev though, right? They paid him to do nothing but stay home. And then he ended up leaving anyways.
But at least they honor the contract, unlike WWE.
Well, then let them stay home then. Honor the contract. Have them stay home.
Why don't you stay home then?
I am home. I'm in my bedroom right now.
Okay, now I would like to discuss the Wyatt Six. The Wyatt Six to me,
misused.
First of all, they were handled terribly from the beginning.
Bad book.
This was supposed to be a tribute to Bray Wyatt. I thought it would have been handled better because Vince fired Bray Wyatt. When Triple H got in charge, he brought him back. Yeah. Unfortunately, he died. And how they handled it was it was so disrespectful. It was disgusting that you are there to honor somebody who helped WWE so much, and you treat them like this. And I'm going to say this. This is what really pisses me off. You got Solo Sikoa and his clowns. Right? I would have got... No one wants to see Solo anymore. I would have got rid of that faction and kept the Wyatt Six. But you know why they didn't? You know why they couldn't? Because four of those members are The Rock's family members.
That's right. Well, you knew that.
Anyone who is related to The Rock, their job is safe. And I'm talking the Usos. I'm talking
Tama Tonga, isn't he related somehow? Tama Tonga and Tongaloa.
Yeah,
and the big guy there is his cousin, Roman's cousin or something. The big tall guy that they got.
Anyone who is related to The Rock is safe. So let's get rid of these guys who you mishandled and say, well, thanks for coming by, but fuck a doodle doo to you. Done.
Well, yeah, and they bring back the Street Profits, and the only reason they did that is because one of them is married to Bianca Belair.
Yeah.
And she's one of their superstars, even though she's expecting now. She'll be out for a while. But still, that's the only reason they're keeping them around, is because Montavious is Bianca's other half.
Yeah.
Did you care when they came out? I don't know. When they came out, I went, oh, fuck. Montavious, he's in better shape.
I just went, why?
Oh, Montavious is in better shape. Look at him. The other guy looked like he put on a few pounds and let himself go a bit.
If they were that good in the beginning, why were they gone for a year?
And why the fuck are they keeping the Miz around? What's his purpose?
Actually, I like what's going on between Miz and Danhausen. They kind of play off each other really well. So I think
Okay,
that,
but when this is done, what are they going to do with him?
well, then they can get rid of him, and they will, because that's what
I hope
WWE
they do.
does, right?
Well, good.
Because it's all about dollars and cents.
Got to keep
And
Danhausen, though. I love Danhausen. Got to keep Danhausen.
yeah, he is entertaining for now. I can see his shtick is going to wear thin real soon, though.
Bring back Santino Marella.
Yeah, that would never wear thin.
No, because he's TNA's sheriff or something over there now.
Yeah,
He don't wrestle
So
anyway.
I just found, like, I was surprised by Aleister Black.
Hmm.
I was shocked by the Wyatt Six.
I
And
thought that was a kick in the nuts to them, and like you said, that was a kick in the nuts not only to Bo and that, but to Bray.
so now, yes.
Oh,
So now I just want to quickly turn the page here for a second
Yeah.
and see what we think this does now for WWE's future. Because for me, this last match was ruthless. Like,
Yeah.
they get rid of 23 and they bring in 7 or 8. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, you're $1 billion company. You can afford to keep everybody.
Absolutely. I was going to say that.
Stop with this nonsense. But now, the fact is, once this has happened a couple times now, and once these wrestlers are seeing, wait a minute, WWE is grabbing us just so AEW can't, and when they don't need us anymore or they don't have a story for us, they're going to fire us.
Yeah.
How many people are going to be lining up? And the thing that, I don't know if you know this, but with this whole Pat McAfee story, originally it was supposed to be Aleister Black who was on the phone.
You were saying that, I think.
So
yeah.
how do you go
I heard that also too.
How do you go from being involved in the main event night 1 of WrestleMania to out the fucking door a couple weeks later?
Obviously, they didn't use him because they had plans already that they were going to give him a walk.
That was all from that area Manny guy. Okay, he said no. We need a big name. We need Pat McAfee. But still, if they had plans for him in something that big, they couldn't place him. The only thing that I can think of is like I was saying earlier, if he was showing the attitude that he was having over at AEW, Triple H is not going to put up with that shit at all.
Yeah. And if he's done it there, why couldn't he have done it in WWE?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. But it's a shame because they got rid of some really good talent. Another one who's good. No, I'm not going to say she should go over to AEW.
Finally,
is Nikki Cross. Without they and WWE, not just in this one. I really don't think she was necessary for the Wyatt Six. There was talk that it was going to be a Alexa Bliss bringing back the thing and kind of having that bit of Bray Wyatt thing in there, but they never did, which I'm glad they didn't. But Nikki Cross, another one from Insane Wrestling from Scotland, another Scottish girl, and I've seen her wrestle, and she's really good.
Well,
if they had just booked her better, she could have been up there with Bianca and Bailey and Stephanie and all them. She is a good wrestler, but they put her in that stupid superhero outfit, and then they had one where she was crazy after that, and then they put her in this. Stop doing this.
Well,
just let her wrestle.
As a thought, if AEW has some contracts about to expire, I have a thought.
Okay.
Because they have the Owen Hart tournament every year, even though he was never in AEW, right?
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah.
But they have that as a tribute to him. So if they have a couple of contracts expiring soon, why not bring the whole Wyatt Six to AEW as a Bray Wyatt tribute and get them getting things done?
Yeah.
I'd like to see that.
That would work too. I don't know. And what's happening with what is his name? The guy who came over, the big black guy who won the battle royal at
Powerhouse Hobbs, Royce Keys.
Powerhouse Hobbs. Again, he wins the battle royal, and then right after that, you don't see him.
He's actually been on TV a couple times doing interviews, and then Solo Sikoa keeps coming over offering him a job. That's all he's done.
That's all he's done.
That's all he's done. And
another one, it's a perfect example of dropping the ball with this guy.
And I just have to backtrack for a second. What happened to the days when the Andre the Giant Battle Royal actually meant something? Like they had all the big guys in there, right?
Yeah. And it was part of WrestleMania.
Instead of 5 or 6 decent guys and a whole bunch of no names.
Yeah.
Like it's
just
a joke.
filler.
It's a joke.
Yeah.
But it would make sense that they would do that because like why wouldn't they disrespect Andre the Giant when they disrespect Bray Wyatt and they disrespect Owen Hart? Why wouldn't they do that?
Yeah.
I
don't know. I think honestly, unless things change and the fans get smart and stop saying we ain't paying, I ain't missing a mortgage payment to take my kids to this and my family to this to see shit. Then, if that happens and the fans start to revolt and stop not buying the merch and everything and stop coming, which I can't ever see that happening because people are stupid.
Right.
But you know what? They'll keep going. They'll keep going. The only thing that can save the wrestling, and I know I'm probably going to get flack by this if people start to comment. If Vince was talking about getting his a wrestling federation going, if he could do that and don't take any of the creative with him, but grab some people who know what they're doing and start another one, then Triple H and all them, they can say fuck it, and all these talent. Do you want to come over? Some of his worked for Vince. It wasn't that bad, but because of all the shit he's going through legally, I don't think that's going to happen until this trial is over or whatever. Yeah. But say what you want about Vince. Yeah, he took characters back in the day and he made them into cartoon characters, really. But overall, Vince did a good job. He put in a good product. He gave the fans their money's worth. He had a whole shitload of wow moments in it that I haven't seen one in. Well, the only wow moment was when Brock Lesnar said he was retiring and nobody knew about it. That was the last wow moment that they had. That was the only one I ever know about.
Yeah, and
so I don't know.
And it was strange. That was the only one that the creative wasn't involved with.
Yeah.
So, okay. Yeah, we're going to wrap it up with this. I have one more thing to say.
Okay.
I'm going to, I believe over time now, WWE is losing a lot of trust with the fans, with the wrestlers, everybody. Mm-hmm. But just one thing that I was going to actually bring up last time and I forgot, so I'm going to bring it up this time.
Okay.
For the 2 WrestleMania nights, they said on both shows numerous times that the maximum capacity, because of how they had the stage set up, was 45,000 that night.
Yeah.
Both shows said that over and over again. Maybe they were saying that because they didn't think there was some more than that, but they kept on saying that. Right? Okay. So, how the fuck did they get over 50,000 night 1 and over 55,000 night 2 when the capacity was 45,000? Yeah. So either you're lying, which is what I believe.
I believe it.
Because, how do you magically find 10,000 more seats? That's a lot of seats. Yeah. And if they did have those numbers, I'll bet you on the last day they were giving away thousands of tickets.
Oh, I'm sure they were.
So, anyways,
sure they were.
I just thought I would throw that in because They're just a bunch of liars. Just stop it.
Yeah.
You know,
No.
they're just embarrassing themselves, and they're really pissing out a lot of people off.
Yeah, well, it pissed
Behave
me off.
yourself.
I won't watch it. I never watched Smack. I didn't stand up watching all of SmackDown on Friday night. I ended up watching a little bit and said, "Oh." And I went on to my app and I watched a baseball game.
Yeah, well, wasn't any screaming out. WWE, I'm going to say two things to you. Pay attention. I'm going to say it once.
Yeah.
Do better. Be better. All right.
I have to say one thing quickly about AEW. Tony Khan, this is my plea to you. Please don't have Chris Jericho keep losing. He lost last night once again, got pinned by Ricochet. You know, I'm getting pissed off about this. Let Chris win. He's done a lot for that company. Let him win. I know if he's going to put over other people, that's fine. Don't put over Ricochet. I hate his guts. Fuck him.
So
anyways, that's all I have to say.
So that's just your personal opinion. Okay, so
I know, that's what I'm saying. I have to say it, though. I have to get it off my chest.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing that with us.
Really bugged me when I threw off Collision after that. I was pissed off.
I'm sure everyone will take that to heart. Okay, so
if they comment, they can let me know. I'm trying to get people to comment, you know. Sorry.
Okay, so Rick would like you to comment on what the last thing he said.
And share and like and all that other stuff. Please comment.
All right. That's for today. If you enjoyed this, you know what to do. Subscribe. Notification bell. Ding, 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 ding. Like.
I enjoyed it.
Share. What are you interrupting me for? You know what to do. He doesn't know when to be quiet. Okay, so that's it. We're done. See you next time, Rick.
See you next time, guys. Take care.
Ciao.
Four shadows in the smoke, 4 fingers in the air.